Abusive commanders, beatings, inadequate uniforms, forced suicide missions, and unfulfilled payment promises are the key factors driving mass desertion among soldiers in the Russian occupying army.
Soldiers unwilling to tolerate such treatment are abandoning their positions. Some reach out to human rights organizations through their relatives, but so far there has been no response. Such cases are not uncommon in the occupying army, but in the 205th Brigade, they have become widespread. From a post by the partisan movement Atesh on Telegram.
The US-based Institute for the Study of War reported that an internal Russian Defense Ministry document detailed how more than 1,000 soldiers, including officers, deserted from the 20th Motorized Rifle Division in April 2024. The division's commander appealed to the Russian Defense Ministry for help in returning the deserters. Analysts note that there are many such cases in the Russian army.
The Russian soldiers claim that they have to use their salaries to purchase their own equipment and fortification materials because the military command doesn't provide them. The Russian Ministry of Defense seems to be struggling to completely incorporate former private military companies into the Russian military, from the report by the Institute for the Study of War.
Reducing the number of deserters is the task of the Russian commanders, those who know no other methods than threats and intimidation.
Against the wall and shot. That's what should happen, and that doesn't matter what you think about it.
Soldiers who escaped from the aggressor country's army share their account of the brutal use of force against their fellow troops.
Some refused to go into battle, some tried to avoid it, run away. There were threats, sanctions were imposed on one of the battalion commanders whose group refused to fight. He was evacuated, let's say after a personal conversation with the general. He was evacuated with a bullet wound in his leg.
Kazakhstan has become a refuge for many Russian deserters, offering entry with the Russian internal passport. Since the start of the full-scale invasion, tens of thousands of Russians have sought refuge there, fleeing political persecution and mobilization. Now both newly mobilized and regular military personnel are arriving as well.
I am a mobilized officer. I want to become a soldier, but I always thought that the army's purpose is to defend, not to attack others. First of all, we have a defensive doctrine. We are not trained to conduct offensive operations.
According to Media Zona, since the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine until June 2024, more than 10,000 Russian servicemen have become subjects of criminal cases for refusing to serve. 8,594 people have already been sentenced. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Yulia Granovska, UATV News.